Hello everyone, Vampire 218 here, bringing you I guess a live commentary for one of my matches finally. So I've been really hesitant to do this, simply because it sometimes doesn't work out right because, you know, it's too long or whatever. So either way, I'm supposed to be going against Solar this week in the PFL. Something happened with his internet. Either way, so I'm really prepping this for Darkrai. This Oko is a Darkrai. With this attack and whatnot, this can kill a Darkrai outright. EQ is for some of his other threats. Knockoff is always good utility, and Poison Jab for his Fairy. Muck, very special defensive Muck this week with the Assault Vest, and just, you know, a lot of punches and a Gunk Shot for his Fairy. Volcanion, you know, again, pure, it's usually Scarf Volcanion, enough to outspeed Darkrai. Azelf, enough to it doesn't actually outspeed Darkrai, but it's Choice Banded, so it can kill basically everything on his team. Golurk, Choice Band, so it can kill basically everything on his team and live most hits. And then Cobalion with the Rocky Helmet, pure HP, pure attack, a little bit of defense, a little bit of special defense. Again, just meant to kill Darkrai. This is my dedicated lead, so hopefully he will send the match soon, and I'll see you guys when he does that. And we're here, everyone. So looking at his team, he does bring the Darkrai, which is good. He doesn't bring the Mega Sableye, which is also very good for us. Brings Victini, Avalugg, Thundurus, Goodra, and that Tentacruel. Now, I'm actually very okay with basically everything he's brought. I'm trying to figure out what he could lead here. I'm thinking it might be a Thundurus lead. Now, I'm trying to think of what Thundurus does to Golurk, and it's not that much. So, you know, I'm thinking maybe either a Golurk lead or a Cobalion lead. And I think it's going to have to be Golurk because it's just a smarter lead for me in regards to what he could lead here. Because I'm thinking he's going to either lead... I don't think he'll lead with Darkrai. It's not like actual Uber's tier. So... you know, that's what I'm really thinking. If it was Uber's tier, it would obviously be a Darkrai lead, but there's no Dark Void. So, we're going to see what he wants to do here. And, you know, I might do cuts in and out because it's going to be really difficult for me to just commentate if it's, you know, it's going to be a long time for him to make choices, so. Okay, and we see what he leads here. He does lead with the Darkrai, so that's actually very interesting. So... now, I am kind of going to think he is going to protect, probably to Scout. So, I have to look up my stats here. Darkrai. And sorry, guys, that I am alt-tabbed here doing this. But, this is how I do matches. So, Dark Pulse actually kills a Golurk, eh? Okay, and how does Dark Pulse fare against Hitmonlee? Because... I'm not sure what Hitmonlee's got. So, Hitmonlee, we are Choice Scarf. We will outspeed, and a Dark Pulse will give us Justify. No. Cobalion would get Justified. Let's take a quick look there. We might be switching into Hitmonlee here. I'm not sure, so we're going to go Custom Set. Close Combat will kill, and Dark Pulse does nothing. So, yeah, we are going to run right into the Cobalion here and see what he wants to do. Hopefully... he is going to go for a dark move, and we can get a... oh! Okay, and he has Life Orb, so predicting... he has to predict a fighting move here, right? He has to predict a fighting move. But I'm looking at his team, and the only thing that really wants to take a fighting move would be that Victini, so... either way, we've already clicked our move. We're not backing out of that, because... even the things that, you know, we are Rocky Helmet. We are not locked into this at all. So he, that is wonderful. Gooey, he, oh, it just drops my speed. That's actually very okay. So, what could a dragon do to me? I want to say nothing, but I'm not sure. So, I really want to use this as an opportunity to get up. I don't want to get up rocks because I have that defense drop. What could you do to me? You could go for a Draco. What's my special defense tank? Is it... it is Muck. I'm just trying to look at my special defense here on Mons. I think I am going to go into Muck here and see what he wants to do. He does go for the Draco, which does like nothing to Muck, and now I am free to... I'm not sure what I want to do here. I am vested, so I'm not locked into anything. Now, if I go for a Shadow Sneak here... I think I want to go for a power up. Oh, what I'm trying to think of what... So he could switch into Avalugg here, and, you know, I'm going to go for Power Up Punch. Yeah, and you know, I did make the right play. I was thinking he could go into Avalugg here. Now, I did clearly make the right play. I am going to go for another power-up punch here because, you know, the more power-up punches I can get off, I'm going to try and get off one more, and just to scout what he wants to do. You know, what is Avalugg trying to wall me? Because, you know, power-up punch is eventually going to get to the point where I'm getting set up, right? I do outspeed it. It's at 14% now, so now it should be at about 20. Okay, so Avalanche hurts quite a bit. Okay. So we know that. I think I want to go into Volcanion and go for a Flamethrower because that's going to be a quad resisted ice move. And yeah, okay, that's even better. Okay. So he probably switches into either Victini or that right now. So I'm going to go for an Earth Power because he can't stay in. He has to go into either Victini predicting a fire move or Tentacruel predicting a fire move. So that's my game plan here, is that he's going to predict a fire move from me, and I can EP and do massive damage. Not massive damage, but significant damage to whatever is coming out. Okay, it is Tentacruel, and it does do good damage. Now, Tentacruel, yeah, now he knows that I have the Earth Power. Now, I don't know if he's going to realize I'm Scarfed yet. And he probably does realize I'm Scarfed. Okay, so he knows I'm Scarfed. He thinks I mean, I'm going to predict an electric move here. And while it is a little bit predictable, I could go for the Muck and go for a Sack. But, I mean, there's no... I'm going to go for the Muck and go for the Sack here because... Okay, so he goes for a sub. Okay, that's not bad. I can go for a... Ooh... How does Shadow Sneak fare against a Thunderous? Let me take a quick look here because I want to get that sub out of the way. I wonder if this is that bulk up subset, whatever he has. So Shadow Sneak does not do enough. Gunk Shot will, though, so... Oh, Thunder Punch actually does enough. Yeah, Thunder Punch. Volt Switch is not enough, so that's good that he is going to pop that. And I don't think I've revealed my Electric type move yet. So perfect! Look at that. That is a beautiful. Now I can go for a Shadow Sneak, I believe. Give me a hot minute here, everyone. We're going to go utility. Shadow Sneak does 8 to 9%. We are going to... Wonderful. Muck picking up its first kill in the PFL, I think, ever. Because this is, I believe, the first time anyone's had it. So... we are going to predict either an Iron Head or an Avalanche here. Now... we know that he probably predicts this. He doesn't predict that. What's he Iron Heading against? I'm trying to figure out what he has Iron Head for, but I'm not sure. So I think our best bet is going to be to go for a Steam Eruption right now. He probably predicts us going into Thunderous, yeah. And we are able to land a Steam Eruption, and we don't get the burn, which is very sad. Now... he has to go for a Volt Switch here. He can't go for a sub, so I'm trying to see what I could go for here. He has to go for a Volt Switch, so I'm thinking I go for another Steam Eruption because because I was thinking, you know, I do outspeed him because Prankster is a thing, so we are in the clear, everyone. So we have 2 Mons down and we still have all of our guys up, which is very good. Now, I'm trying to think of what he goes into here to stop us. I mean, Goodra doesn't actually do very well at its health. Neither does Avalugg, although he has to know I'm Scarfed at this point, okay? So, even a Steam Eruption, though, is going to hit pretty hard on Avalugg. I am still kind of afraid of that Darkrai because, no, Goodra won't do too well at all. Goodra is going to take quite a bit. I will do the calcs right now. And this is, this is how I play games. So I'm sorry if people don't like it, but, this is how games are played by me. So I'm going to assume it's, I don't know what its set is, but I'm not assuming it's like, ooh, it could have EQ. Steam Eruption actually doesn't do too much. So we are not sure what I think he wants to go for a Draco here, to be honest. So I'm going to go for the sack on Muck. It really sucks, but yeah. So now he is at the minus, though, which is very good for me. I can go into Azelf and actually probably clean up quite well. I want to see what an Azelf knockoff does to 55%. That's pretty good. So I am just going to go for a knockoff here because nothing on his team actually wants to take a knockoff right now. I definitely outspeed this thing unless it's scarfed, and even if it is, Draco at this point's not doing more than about 50% probably. So we're going to see what he wants to go into now. Again, Darkrai even doesn't want to take a knockoff because it'll lose its Life Orb, and then its damage is... We already know it's not scarfed, so Hitmonlee can one-shot it, Cobalion can one-shot it, and both of them should outspeed. So he goes into Avalugg, which is good. We are able to get those leftovers off of it. Now, I'm, again, not sure what he wants to do with this, but I want to go into Cobalion here because I've seen two of his moves so far. Avalanche and Iron Head. I'm not sure what this one could be. Yeah, Avalanche isn't going to do anything. And this will be a good chance for me to get up my rocks because he has to know I have that. Yeah, he knows I have a fighting move. It's been revealed. So he has to think he doesn't. Okay. So that is actually really good for me. So at this point, I think 227, I do outspeed him. I should be able to get a kill on Cobalion here. So close combat should... Okay, it does. I was going to say, so close combat is able to just kill that thing, which is good. Now rocks are here to stay as well, which is very good against that Victini. It's going to bring that Goodra down to about 33. And that Darkrai will be around 78, 79 when it comes in, which is very good. I don't actually outspeed anything but the Goodra at this point. So 227, yeah. I might probably use Cobalion. Actually, I'll probably keep Cobalion simply for good sack fodder later, or because it does have that quick attack, which in a pinch will do enough. So I am not sure what he wants to go for here, but again, I am going to go for just a... I do get outsped, and that's what really sucks. So I'm going to go for a quick attack here just to get as much, get the damage out, and it sucks, but I do lose the Cobalion here, which it makes sense, but he also loses that. So I am very free now to go into Hitmonlee and go for both of them actually, but I'm going to go into Hitmonlee now, and he has to know I'm going for a fighting move. How does Earthquake actually deal with this, though, is the real question, everyone. And I really do hope you don't mind me using Calyx. This is how, I do it. 35. Oh, that's not Darkrai, though. Darkrai, we're going to go Uber Life Set. Close Combat, 38%. We're going to go for Close Combat here. Because you know what? Even Victini is coming in at 75% resisted. It's going to take enough. 387. This is a 383. So we're good. And, we still have 4 Mons, which is really good. Really good for us. I don't actually see us losing this at this point, simply because, Victini goes down to knock off from Azelf and from Hitmonlee, and Azelf should outspeed Victini. Golurk should be able to take out Victini and Goodra. And Darkrai goes down to just basically everything else I've got, so it's a pretty good a good setup for me right now. So we're gonna see what he wants to do. He does go into the Goodra, and he does end up dying here. Gooey will trigger, which is perfectly fine by me again. I do get the speed drop here. I am gonna have to switch out into something. I'm not sure what he's gonna bring out here. you know, I think the safest play, honestly, at this point would probably be Volcanion for me, simply because it's not needed at this point in the match anymore. So we're gonna take a quick look what he wants to do. He does go for the Victini, and like I've said, you know, it's not needed anymore for Volcanion. So I am gonna switch into Volcanion here because Hitmonlee can come out again and destroy. I want to check something real quick. Yeah, 361. We're good. We are gonna go into Volcanion because I don't see Victini other than a Bolt Strike, and even a Bolt Strike shouldn't actually kill Volcanion. So we should be in the clear here. We are going to see what he wants to do, though, so... I do feel like I'm getting out of this with 4 Mons, which is really good, because, you know, I've had a really rough record in the PFL so far. So it'll be really good to get a nice little boost to my differential, and always pick up a win is very good for me, so... You know, always nice to also give Muck a kill, because Muck, you know, it's actually very underrated. It's actually very tanky. Its abilities are good, just not really good on it. Its move pool is really good, though, and its stats are surprisingly good as well. So I don't know what he wants to do here. I think he's realized he has lost, so I want to know what he's thinking. So we will see what he wants to go into here. Obviously, I have to go into Volcanion. I might lose Volcanion, which is, again, perfectly fine. But at this point, you know, Steam Eruption should kill both of his Mons because of rocks. So, okay. I'm going to go into Volcanion. An Overheat is beautiful for me. He has the special attack drop. And we are going to lock into Steam Eruption at this point and probably secure victory, because a Darkrai coming in at under 50%, minimum should be taking 40% from this Steam Eruption. The only issue I have right now is maybe accuracy. So I'm really just curious of what he's gonna... I'm also curious of why he went for that over V-Create. V-Create has a much better power, I thought. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Steam Eruption, perfect. We get the kill on that. And he's gonna have to go into Darkrai now, which again, we outspeed and we should be able to kill. Now this might... I don't know the calcs of this, but... You know, seeing his past 2 moves, knowing my special defense and HP, we should be in a good position here to take this thing out. And, you know, secure ourselves a victory. I don't see this thing... I don't see us losing at this point, because Hitmonlee outspeeds, and there we go. We do pick up the victory, picking up a nice 4-0 victory this week in the PFL. I have been Vampire218. I hope you enjoy the live commentary. It's kind of, you know, a test for me to see how it actually does, because it's a lot harder for me to do live commentary than post. So we'll see how it does. If you guys like it, I might do more of these than now and again. So I've been Vampire218. I hope you did not mind the calcs, because that is what I do. So bye.